From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Houston Texans and the New York Jets. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Okay, great.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Well, this defense for the Texans, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Jets at 11-1 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
80 weapons, 80 weapons.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Caught right side, Davis. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. This one finds Wilson downfield. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 12-yard line. Now it's Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Taken from about the 12. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he won't quite make it to the 25. They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. A tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Hall on a give up the middle. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. In motion right is Wilson. To throw is Wilson. Throwing again. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And one more time, that's Watkins. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. 2nd down and goal. Wilson, this is caught. Touchdown! Breece Hall. He scored on the ground and one through the air. And the Jets take a 3-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Lots of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
From the 16, Wilson. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson going deep here for Watkins. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Taken from about the 12. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get this one up to about his 14.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it,
Brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On play action, they'll throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback?
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Quez Watkins with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Jets are able to add on to their first half lead. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Get it. 3. Tempo.
They'll try and run for it. Runs over it. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now receiver in motion left. They'll run here with Pierce. Oh, he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken way up at the 25. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Pierce takes it straight ahead. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. The tight end in motion right. On 3rd down, here's Pierce. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, check that.
Pierce now up the middle, and he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. He's got his man. It's Pierce. He's got room at the 30. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. Here's Pierce. Will take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive lineman.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Now break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. This is taken, and he loses the football a second time. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and the Texans are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception's really going to affect them much, but at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Yeah, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Option play, here's Hall. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Wilson. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. Quez Watkins, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. This is taken way up at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. First and 10, it's Pierce. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Texans are able to at least get one score back. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Jets have got it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. On first down, Wilson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. In motion left goes a tight end. On third down, Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Again, Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And he'll find Hall. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Play action. It's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know.
And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown.
So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And Pierce gets it again on second down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And this offense on third down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Now Wilson on 1st down. And that is caught. And the record is his. It's a touchdown.
But Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstances and the big lead, and they just continue to find ways to get into the end zone with ease.
They're certainly in that zone where almost everything they try is successful and often leads to points. Teams don't get those types of games very often, so when they do, many of them just want to take advantage of it to the last second.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Going for it with Pierce.
And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
A short kick taken at the 18. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Now a handoff for Pierce.
Oh, a second dosage. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
First down, they go right back to Pierce.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Give to Pierce.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Another carry for Pierce. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. A run here with Pierce. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Pierce. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. They'll try to run with Pierce. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Jets, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll try to rebound next.